welcome to today's class. We're going to do some moon salutations. If you would like a short practice that will ground your energy and calm you down, yet strengthen you, bring in the more cooling yin energy, while still giving you a little bit of a challenge, then you will like this moon salutation sequence. So before we begin, let's, if you have blocks, that would be handy, just to let you know, 2 blocks or at least 1 block. And yeah, so come to sit when you're ready, and you're invited to open or close your eyes, whatever feels right for you. Breathe in deeply, exhale it out. Another deep breath in. Long, deep exhale. One last inhale. And deep exhale. And if you do this during, it doesn't matter what time of the year you do it, but if you happen to do it during a new moon, perhaps new moon, you would perhaps set an intention for this class. You can set an intention anytime, but setting intentions during the new moon it's a fun practice, and it's something to help us refocus every month, refocus our goals that we might have, our dreams that we want to manifest for ourselves, for our health, for our work, for relationships, finances, whatever it is. So whether it's a new moon or not, you're invited to choose an intention and just embody that as you move through the practice. All right, we're going to come to stand. So everything will be done facing the wide part of the mat. So come to one side of the mat, and we're in mountain pose. So feet are about hips width distance apart, and shoulders up, down, and back, arms at your sides. And let's take a couple of breaths here. Imagine rooting your feet down so that you're actually growing roots out of the bottoms of your feet. Pulling your belly in. And in case you're like me and tend to push your rib cage out in an attempt to be taller, because I have a short torso, make sure that you're pulling in your rib cage. You're not sagging through the shoulders. You're nice and open, but you're also not splaying the rib cage. Lifting up through the top of your head, crown, breathing. Strong and sturdy like a mountain. Rooted. Grounding your energy. Connected. Stable. Our world their modern life doesn't really set us up for that. So we have to be intentional about grounding our energy. All right, on an inhale, lift your arms up and grab hold of the outer wrist and then lean across your mat, pulling up out of the hips, pulling the belly in to protect the back, taking a nice side bend. Breathing. We don't often move this way, so we can get tight in our sides. And it can feel really glorious to open up this way. And now take a step out across across your mat. You can take a couple steps if you need to. We're coming into warrior two. So your toes, the front foot is facing toward the other end of your mat, and your heel and your back arch, you could draw a line connecting them. Knee over, ankle, arms out to the sides, belly pulled in, leaning or lifting up through the torso and through the top of the head. Breathing deep, looking over the front hand. You can stay where you are. I just want to grab a block. I forgot to mention that. So actually, if you want to grab a block, go ahead. For some reason, I tend to forget this. So from here, we're going to do a extended side angle. So front leg is still bent. Legs are still in the same place. But if you don't have a block, you can do this. But if you have a block, you can kind of push your elbow into your knee. And this, sometimes like just doing this, like people can have compression in their shoulders, but if you do this where you sweep alongside your ear, that may not bother you. So you can give that a try. Okay, from there, we're going to come up to reverse warrior. Front arm up alongside the ear, back arm alongside the leg, lifting up and out. So remember, you're still rooting your energy, grounding your energy down. So this is a good sequence to do when you are feeling anxious, worried. That vata energy is like coming up and out, or even the pitta energy, fiery energy and air energy are both up and out. And so we need to ground it down, rooting. All right, from here, straighten the front leg. We're going to come down into triangle. So open up, the chest comes toward the ceiling, lengthening up through the torso. Feeling your feet, all the parts of your feet, the bottoms of your feet are pushing into the mat, into the ground. Good. And then I put my block back here. And from here, we actually step across, and now we're in mountain on the other side. So my mat's a little long, but take a step, and wherever you're at, you want to be at the other side of your mat. In mountain, feet are grounding, hip width distance apart, shoulders up, back, and down. Careful to keep the ribs in, the belly in, lifting through the top of the head. Imagining your roots growing down into the earth. You're strong and steady and stable. From here, lift your arms up, grab hold of your outer wrist, sway across, pull in that belly to protect your back, lifting up and out of the hips. Feel free to sigh, relax your nervous system with a nice big tell your vagus nerve it's okay, everything's okay, we're okay, right in this moment. Good. Take a step out or a couple steps, whatever you need to. Turn your front foot toward the other side of the mat. We're in warrior two now, on this side. Pulling in the belly, lifting up through the torso. Front knee over front ankle. Hips and shoulders are in line. Shoulders away from the ears. Rooting down, opening up through the hips. And let's do our Extended side angle. Grab your block if you don't have it. You can do this. You can also just do this. So wherever you want to go. And if any of your shoulder problems, you could be down here. So go where you'd like to go. What feels good in your body right now. Breathing, pushing that elbow against your knee. Getting hair out of your mouth if it's in your mouth. Lengthening, lengthening. Okay, and then we're going to come into reverse. Reverse warrior. Lifting up through the torso still. Knee, front knee over ankle. So you're also strengthening your muscles, your leg muscles. The core has to protect your back and hold you up. The core includes your back, but the belly, let's say, is getting toned. All right, and then we're going to take our triangle, straighten that front leg without locking it, and hand on the inside or the outside of your foot, what feels good for you right now. Remember, you always have freedom. So freedom and sovereignty. Listen to your own body and make your decision for how you feel today and what is right for you, what's wrong for you, all of that. That's up to you. And listen to yourself. There's a difference between going to your edge and being in a place of pain. Pain is not what yoga is about at all. We're here to invest in ourselves, to go deeper into ourselves, to create spaces and places of freedom in our body and our mind. All right, and now the block can go out of the way. Both feet are going to knock in a little bit, so slightly pigeon-toed. Feet are really wide apart, and we're going to come down into wide angle forward fold, or wide-legged forward fold. Head toward the mat. You can also use a block under your head here if you want. And feel free to toe heel yourself out farther or closer together, whatever you need to get a nice stretch in your hips, in the backs of your legs, in your low back. Release, breathe, ground, open. Okay. And then from here, we're going to walk back up your legs a little bit. We're going to take side lunges. So choose one side. One side of your leg is, one leg is straight and the other one is bent. If this causes problem with your low back, you come up, make your toes go out, and then toe or knee and toe in the same direction. So you can be up here. That can be your lunge. And now let's take the other side. So you're either upright, like this, belly in, nice and upright, or if your back is not giving you issues and you'd like to lunge, leaning forward, you can do that. You can even have one hand down on the mat. Good. And you can, the other option for that is to be way down here, one foot up, and then to come over like that. So any of those will work, whatever works for you. Okay, we're in Goddess now. You know, I think I missed Goddess before. We're supposed to do Goddess before, so let's do Goddess now. We're supposed to do Goddess before we did wide-legged forward fold, but hey, let's do it now. So toes and knees in the same direction. Getting some heat in those thighs. Hand palms can be open or Gyan Mudra with first finger and thumb together. Let's take a Goddess twist. So hands on your thighs and then twist over to your right. not yanking or extending, overextending, just nice gentle twist. Okay, come up and switch sides. Breathing deep. Good. Come back to center and then step all the way back into mountain. Take 3 breaths here. Rooting down that energy. Lifting up. Good. And then we'll make our way down to the mat and we'll take a couple minutes for resting pose or Shavasana. Any position that feels good for you. Legs up the wall, knees knocking together with feet wide, legs all the way out, or goddess, whatever's right for you. Go ahead and get in your position. And relax. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open, wiggle your fingers and toes, roll to one side, and come slowly up to sit. And come back to that place of intention that you set when you started the practice. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. And if you're feeling a little more grounded, a little more open now, take that feeling with you and the intention that you set into the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you soon.